Hello everybody and welcome back to the stream. I am Altamir Lash and I will be your VTuber today. Today we are doing something different than usual. I haven't done competitive since the original open testing, but it's been quite a bit of time since then, and I think that it would be fun to dip my toes back in. So I have blatantly stolen a deck list from online. And we are going to play it. So it's obviously going to be a Jennifer Walters list. We are going to be having our spells not be countered. She's probably going to be countered quite a bit, but it is what it is. We can't really stop them, I don't think, other than Cavern of Soul shenanigans. So we got all your standards here. So I know what all these cards do, but I've never played this deck before. So we're going to be jumping straight in. Everything here seems fine. I don't really see anything that I particularly don't like out of the list. It just seems very much... Oh, I don't think I've ever played this before. Exile a card from it as long as it's... It's anti-airbending. I think that's just a bit of hand disruption. I don't think that the flip side is particularly enticing. Each creature that attacks this turn, creature can jump. I guess I can come up. Regardless of all that, let's just go ahead and jump into the rank. Standard rank? No. Competitive Brawl. Let's go ahead and jump straight into this one. We'll see how badly we can perform. Luckily, we should be starting at bronze rank, where the bronzies are gonna be easy pickings, except for other people who are probably smurfing. We'll worry about that when the time comes. Selesnya used to be my favorite color pair, because even from the earliest of times, I was the biggest of Timmies. Okay, so seems pretty decent. We can... Sonar... Opponent's going first, so... They're probably going to want to do stuff in the first couple turns. We want to ramp into... We don't have a fetch land, so Ice Till's probably not great. It depends on what we do. Okay, so if we take a reprieve, then we'll have an opportunity to get more lands. The Fanatic, though, is going to have Summoning Sickness. We could be either proactive with Walters or the Fanatic. I think that landing Walters early is probably going to be slightly better. I don't know, it's a very competitive turn too. I guess it'll all depend on if they leave up mana. Ooh, start with a couple turns, a couple cards down, starting at 4. Holy. Alright. Let's see what you got. Interesting. A little bit late on that, but we can always... No stick, so if they didn't have a counterspell for that, it was lucky for us. So we're going to want to keep up the Mana for reprieve. Unfortunately, we don't really want to attack into him. See if that's disruptive enough. It was. We've beaten the combo. Venom. Venom's my, Loki, my favorite supervillain from Marvel. And since I didn't see a She-Hulk profile picture, we went with it. There is a summer sale going on with a bunch of different stuff that I'm considering just for... Just for looksies, there's some Eldrazi stuff, there's Sliver stuff which I think I'm over as a player. Slivers was cool when they were monsters, but they're just so linear. What else? A bunch of villain stuff. Liliana, like Nikobolas, like Valgabot. All this stuff. This hand looks familiar. Is the shuffler fine? I guess we'll keep it. Again, we'll see what they do in the first couple turns. It's basically a forest. I guess we'll hold up reprieve. Because if they do nothing, we can library. Oh, I guess we can't do anything because that's, draw that. Of course. We'll throw down... Let's see... The Fanatic's not going to stop them, I guess? For Walters isn't that great either. Yeah, let's just throw down the Fanatic. Unfortunate. We're getting the beat down. Okay, so another card. Left, so we could play Gemstone Caverns. We should probably do that next turn. So let's lay down a forest, throw down Arwen, just to be able to block effectively. They've already got rid of their swords, which is the biggest opponent. Okay, we got the second biggest opponent then. Dang, I sure would like to keep stuff on the field, but maybe not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, It's not enough for She-Hulk. It's enough for Ice Till, which is our only blocker. I'll go ahead and throw down the Wind Sword. Sure, that would have helped. Wow. I don't think there's any, I don't think that there's any lands that save us. Nope. Sometimes they just have exactly enough removal, and it's all exile, and there's nothing you can do. Indestructible sure isn't what it used to be. You used to be able to rely on an indestructible blocker. We're not exactly a control deck, so maybe our weakness is just fair magic. God, is this what all the bronzies are doing? It's just combo? Wow, this is a handful of answers, and I mean, I guess it's not the worst thing ever. We'll draw. I'm gonna keep it. We're gonna draw a forest at some point, right? Yeah. Let's just take him off red if he doesn't have it. He doesn't have it. Mom. This will be the part where it'd be decent to start drawing lands. Yep. I mean, we're still going to be getting beat down for 3, but... Hey, how was I supposed to know they weren't running the combo line for this deck? Sure. The hell are you looking at my graveyard for? Get out of there. You don't have enough in your yard to cling to dust. You have Menace, so do we just wanna... I guess... Life is a resource. Don't want to actually let them have their commander without the ability. Quit looking in my yard, you bastard. You gonna reanimate a Llanowar elves? What if I go in here and start looking at your bullshit? Nope. Interesting. I don't see how we get back into this one. But you never know, I guess. Cool. Very cool deck, very cool. It's fine. I've never actually seen that as a tempo deck. I have only, in my entire time of that card's existence, only ever seen it as the 2-card combo. I kept the hand for that deck, because that deck cannot be disrupted with. Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. Now that's a bronzy deck. Okay. So we actually have stuff to do. I guess we'll Prismatic Vista, just so that we can have either one, which might mess with our Frenzy Baloth, but, you know. That seems like a lot of card selection that I don't want you to have. Ramping? Ramping's not the worst, but it's all white mana. We have moves, so we'll just Windmill Slam the Jennifer. Ooh, now we both can't be countered. That's a good one. I guess... we could crop rotate into something, but I think that we just... I guess it technically is a fog. Eh, what are they gonna do? Hit us with the lighted halfling? Well, that's a land. 2 or fewer. I hate these cards. So we will crop rotate the forest into a yard. We'll fix our shit, and then it's still a 6/6. They had plenty of green enough already. Hey look, I made them a savanna. Ironically, I can't produce colorless. They got a forest? That's a cool roaming throne art. Hero. Did sowing microspawn take them off our land? Can't exactly kick it. Shouldn't have attacked with the Abyss's Pilgrim, but oh well. Oh, he didn't see it. We just get a free damage. Savage Stomp would get rid of... Oh no, she's awake now. Yeah, this fights. I miscounted my mana. I like how it tells you how much damage you're going to do. That's nice. Ooh. Thanos. What? Why is he viewing? What the hell? Alright, cool. Man, some cards are only held back by the fact that they cost mana to activate. Yeah, see, Summer Sale. We got Eldrazi and shit. Let's run it down again. We're so late in the season, I'm not going to see anybody famous. I should probably start checking names just in case somebody does, in fact, have a recognizable name. I should have refreshed my coffee before coming in here. A Johnny Sleeper Agent. This is the Phyrexianized Johnny. He went on a rampage throughout the universe. Utopia Sprawl on white might be good enough. You could just slam Drannith Magistrate. I don't think I bolt that bird. Like, what is that stick? That seems like a good card to get rid of. So Noah Johnny for you. Assuming you had a land. They always have it. There it is. Yes. Sure. Oh, that is a ring. That gives us questing stuff. Get in there. Unblockable by a field of 1/1s, by the way. Yeah, this point is basically Cloud into probably Jite. We're all done with quests for today, so anything that we get here is just going to be... Oh, it's the Modok that we want for Dr. Doom. Hell yeah. Let's see. Yeah, just go back ahead, little tongues. Little venom tongues sticking out to the side. Hold on. Sorry, I had to burp the arena tracker real quick. I want to get some stats on this nonsense. I want to say we're 50-50 so far. Perhaps it's a higher class of player that goes to competitive. Maybe the bronzies aren't quite as worthless as I think that they are. Sin, Spear's Punishment. Now that's a Timmy card. Utopia Sprawl on green, I suppose? Gives us double green, double white, but it keeps us pretty far away from Cloud. So we'll just have to Invasion Robocon next turn. Or Jennifer Walters. They are in blue. A Hasty Misty. You're supposed to wait until my end step to do that nonsense, just in case you have a counter spell. They're probably going to want to do something, so let's just take them off of it. Parasunder, yeah. Sweet Gristle. Yeah, I guess we'll just unlock the frickin' invasion, I guess. Just in case I have a way to get it back. Sophie. I like Sophie. Now that I've successfully baited out their enchantment removal. What do they got there? Let's go ahead and toss that on the... I guess Cloud. Yeah, you go ahead and have it. We'll take that. Why you do it? Oh, we do have 3 colors of mana. Ooh. We'll get a green. We'll get a 7. Just whatever they have, we'll fight it. You got it, bud. Finally casted your 4 mana Elysian Clarion. She-Hulk, smash! I don't know why I didn't equip the shield. We weren't even going to attack them. Did I have fun? Yes, I did. We weren't going to even attack them. We were going to Savage Stomp the Hulk into Spira and kill them with their own commander. Fight is an excellent mechanic, especially when it's stapled onto a 4/5. Yeah. Just keep going. No Modok yet. Modok soon, though. Not too soon. Maybe not even today. I've been having so much trouble with the 3D printer. I tried switching to a steel print head instead of the normal brass one, and I think that because steel is such a poor conductor, it's overloading the internal system and forcing it to shut down. So I've got 4 prints here of approximately exactly the same flipping size. And it's just, dude, I don't even know. I think I have to switch back to the other one. This is my bird! Because I've got a bunch of replacement heads for the print head. I just don't... If you were gonna do something about it, what is my best pull? This is a green creature, right? Yeah. So, what do we got in here? Break Glass Gear Hulk? Or Boroid? Or Boroid would be sick. Yeah, you can't cast spells during my turn, unfortunately. Titania? Titania might be excellent. Yeah, let's go ahead and we're on the hyper offense train. We're playing my version of Magic, where I get to do what I want because you didn't counterspell Jennifer Walters. Ah, that makes sense. You gonna bounce my nonsense? Yeah, she is. Let's see. You can... Wait, turn on. Get in there, you 1/1 skeleton, you. Well, that's a lot of stuff in my yard. He's doing the Lord's work. We were unfortunately one mana
I'm known
off
for my
of
excellent timing.
Granite Magistrating.
You need to slow down.
Not a ton of tech stuff. I guess we could get, because this is the only reason to have colorless mana, we could get a Cavern of Souls. Just on human. Yeah, turn late, but what are you gonna do?
Hurry!
Nice untap 2 lands, sir. Gotta think about it. At least preordained is a sorcery, yes. Can you guys see that? Yeah, you can. Looks like it's appearing on stream. Ye old hydroponics architect. Let's see if they have a stay. They do. What you got in there? Seven cards in there. It's a treasure house. I guess the One Ring's the hardest thing to get rid of. And when do you get banned out of the most
Stop
formats?
that now.
No, you. If they had paid more mana for the thing because of our whatever, they wouldn't have casted this turn, sure, but they also would have spent more mana on it when they did cast it.
Keep up the pace.
Oh, I guess this is the one that untaps later instead of untaps now. Yeah, I don't think we're winning this one. Considering our next draw. Ooh, they got their own Dranith Magistrate. Look at that. Changes the math slightly, but I think I could send the Sowing Microspawn and a land. Embossing Say after them. My god, 2 blue men. Did they see it? Did they see that they can Archmage Charm my forest? And then block the Microspawn with the Dranith? Why even block it at that point? Yeah.
This is hardly my worst defeat.
You're being a silly goose. I assume if they have a mystical tutor, they're just going to win the game. Because they can get whatever they want, whatever they need. It's probably like something that returns my board to my hand. Which, in the case of Sowing Microspawn, is not the worst thing ever. Yeah. Do they just windmill slam the I don't think we're getting back into this game. We'll see what we top deck. But you going on a little treasure cruise, boy? And he still somehow has something castable at 1 mana. Or he's on full control for some reason, but I don't think so. Oh, now he's looking in my graveyard for some reason. No, he's just wasting my time. Alright. That's cool. I'll just defend this first. Snack. Exile. Well, you're taking too long, and I don't really have a chance, so you go ahead and keep that. We're still in bronze, so I don't D-rank. We had a pretty good handle on that game until we were like 1 mana short of playing Jennifer Walters and Drannith Magistrate at the same time. We definitely needed both, because we needed to knock it, our Drannith Magistrate counterspelled, and we also needed Teferi to not land. Preferably, we wouldn't get Wrath of God at either, but what can you do about that? Kind of mid-rangey tempo deck, and they are a control deck. Speaking of control decks, this is going to look a lot like removal.exe. It's not the worst hand I've ever kept. They're just really excited to see what's coming up next. Yeah? Something 0 mana and counterspell E? Is Kefka. Held up swords if we don't attack. Not that holding up swords is particularly useful. There has been a problem with use recently. I have just been going absolutely crazy trying to do anything. Just making the stream reservation was a hassle. Watching YouTube was a hassle. Oh, that's rude. Bye, my graveyard. So they're probably out of other lands to play before they get the brainstorm out. They're a very play it during their turn kind of guy. We have the mana to do that or that. We could also Springheart. Springheart or a Boride would be pretty hot. Let's make them do something about that. They've got the 0 mana counterspell of some variety. Sure, it happened. I guess we could have Jennifer Invasion. I don't think about that. Well, they're tapped out. What's that thing? Stock up? Pay more for it, idiot. Yeah, we'll draw a card. They don't know about it. Spring Heart's fine. Of course they draw 3 cards. Why wouldn't they draw 3 cards? They just get whatever they want. Using it on a 5/5, but getting the land. Which one? You want the one that stops the counter spells, or the one that's going to start shooting out 5/5s? Historically, yes, this is the case. What do we got coming up? Ranith? Sure. I guess that's fine. Oh no, my commander can't transform anymore. I guess that's pretty good. Well, I don't think we've got anything going on anymore. Our disruption wasn't really on time, we didn't have any removal, and Vivi is just a better card. I think this is a different idiot. Yes, library's good enough. rid of the humiliation. I don't think that they're going to actually have a lot of really good creatures we can get with that. Well, it is a little bit slower. Consider the following. Hey look, it's the fairy.
Slow this down. Hold
interesting. Library? Quest list.
Time for plan B.
Because I know what Questing Beast does. Probably the 1% of players who remember that he actually does this striky thingy against Planeswalkers. Yeah, hopefully we can Skyclave the Arcane Signet next turn. Yeah, that happens too. What can I do? Got no land. That card. Arwen's fine. I think we would prefer to. Go ahead and survey. What do we got coming up? Eldritch Evolution? Sure. One minute, so. Ooh, another Teferi.
Sorry I'm late. I've got it.
We're spending one, which is kind of rough. So I need to play something first. Vtuber Zone Guard. I think we would rather Badger Molta. Sure. Badger Molta?
For plan B.
Just use as many cards as possible. Ugin.
Accept a lesser world, and you will grow lost to it. Not ignore my
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
interesting time to be picking up that thing.
This is hardly my worst defeat.
Our window in libraries, that's fine. Just put some there again. You have to kill the Giver of Runes. Yeah.
Flames burn beyond perception.
Put give the runes back up. Okay. Sheep. Turns out, I guess we do Arwen. Yeah. What can I do?
Come to fruition. I am ancient.
Slowing things down is just as delightful
I don't
as speeding
think.
things up.
I think the only thing that I could have done differently was try and jam Jennifer Walters on a turn just to prevent counterspelling, but it just sucks that we're losing against what's supposed to be our best matchup. Maybe I am just bad at this. Get shot. Well, I don't think we're going to be doing okay versus this guy, but hey, Gemstone Caverns. Probably don't need as much graveyard hate, but gonna keep it. Endurance. And now I'm the first player. Have you never seen Gemstone Caverns before? It's actually a really cool card. It means that I had the first turn. Do we just strip mine them? Or... that's mean. Reading our commander. Birds might be a little too slow this juncture. We're about to ice till lock them out. They got about a turn to try and keep up. They're going to be doing their damnedest to not be locked out of this game. Yeah, there it is. Primary win condition be damned. We're just gonna beat you down with 2 power creatures until you run out of lands. And then we're gonna start doing our own thing while keeping up a strip mine. What a ridiculous card. Spider-Man 2099. I go first. We have some stuff, I guess. None of this is flash, so that's fine. We'll try and keep them off their commander. Mr. O'Hare is probably going to want to do stuff on my turn. It's probably going to be able to burn out our commander as well. They read our commander. Something that I found out recently, you can hover over the name over here to read the commander, instead of just having to find it over here or wherever it happens to be. You can just read it. I don't know if it highlights to our opponent what we're looking at. There we go. Let's see if we get stifled. Nope, that sucks too. Maybe that's why people do that. Ooh, man. Fuck that guy. You got it, bud. Two mana, 2/3. She's not even a hate bear. She's better than a bear. She can fight other bears. The bears that hate. Our opponent is apparently concerned. Get that out of here. We don't want to be not using our mana. Yeah, of course. As it seems, they have the perfect answers and we are 1 mana off now that we've been stifled. We'll just throw her down. Not really what we want to see. They have to think about whether they want to do something about that. There's the land that we wanted. Unfortunately, the only time we ever have the Seiju and it's relevant, it's never relevant. They only ever have a mana rock in play. And they only ever have the mana to cast everything that they want. So those are islands now. gotta think really hard. Do I want to stop the Lenore Elves or Jennifer Walters? They have chosen Jennifer Walters. Oh, sweet. What are the odds that they have the stifle and that I decide to do the technically proper thing of cracking it in their end phase? And then it all went downhill from there. Gonna go first. Also the Gemstone Caverns. Veil of Summer's not bad. Sure. We'll drop down the. Magma Sliver. Ooh, spicy little devil. Dogga boy. Would you. Now where's my shrine? Yeah, probably not get into that one real quick. We'll just get a forest, I guess. Hunter reads our commander. It's a soul stone. Let's see. We'll get another. Let's look at this. Speaker. We'll toss the Chrome Mox, not really doing us much. And that'll get us. I wish we did cast any of these, but we're just gonna have to. Yeah, Titania's pretty good. Probably the Ouroboride would have been better, because we can't cast Titania this turn. Ooh. That's rough, buddy. I keep saying chat disconnected. Please, what would we try and reconnect you? Successfully connected. So I think that something's going on with the YouTubes. Hey, it's Modok. And the Requising Hex. Cool. And what do we get for the pack? We've been opening a bunch of packs off stream, and it's just been stone cold. Like, we're just getting dupes. Even with the mythics and us not having the entire collection, like, we're just getting bullshit. Yes, I bought the battle pass. Shut up. 3 superhero mythic cards. That's pretty alright. Alright. So, we ranked into silver just now, right? Huh. Alright, Director Nick Fury. Oh, no, we're just in another tier bronze. Opponent goes first, and we're on a Gemstone Cavern, so I think we might be keeping this hand. They probably not doing a lot with their graveyards. We could toss Ghost Vacuum if it felt like it. Perk. We will just throw down. Alright, looks like this will be the last game. We're not exactly holding up any removal, but we could probably afford to be a little bit slower since they haven't had a turn 1 or 2 play. That makes sense right now. Hold up the reprieve because we can get down the cloud. We can also get a. Well, no, we couldn't. We could place it. Oh man, I completely missed my window. None of that for me. And they source the Plowshares my commander? Yeah, that's pretty alright. Let's just get a planes. Transform my way here. And, yeah, just send her in. Oh, I hope this one's is a hero. What's that on her? Get rid of you. In. You can't cast spells on my turn, which is lovely. My opponent didn't read our commander very well. And we snatched victory from the jaws of mediocrity. Alright, that's going to be it for me. I have weird work scheduled this week, but we'll see if we can fix it back for next week. Regardless, thanks for coming in today as I dipped my toes in. My stats did not save, which is great. But yeah. Alright, so have a good night, everybody, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.